Welcome back, my loyal subjects, to more The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 3, Feral Fiasco here, and last episode we did a lot of walking and talking, but now it's time to go to Heimdall Cathedral and find out what's going on. Heimdall Cathedral. Emma and Gaius said people wish to speak with us. It'll probably take a while, so we should take care of any unfinished business. We got 2 random requests out of the blue, so I'm sure we're fine. The story will progress upon entering the cathedral. All additional challenge elements will end. Hold on. Really quickly, we're going to go back to the field exercise camp, train car 1, turn in these 2 requests just to say we did it, and then take our leave. For requests. Dang. So we had an extra 15 AP we were going to get going into this. We were always going to max this out. Alright. Vancouver Street. Why, which I meant Sancta District. And now we can get ready for what, all additional challenges will end. We're about to get started on the end of the game. Alright. Once I get close enough for the actual prompt to appear. Alright, in we go. It's probably going to be Kevin and Reese. It would make the most sense given what Gaius just revealed about himself. No one's here? How can this cathedral be completely empty?
So, you've arrived at last.
I don't know who that is. Oh, it's Rosine, okay. Oh. You're... from the Leaves Chapel. Sister Rosine? I had heard rumors, but you know what? I kept talking about how we were going to read the Black Records, and I completely forgot to do it. Wait, so what Gaius and Emma were talking about... I was somewhat expecting you to show up here. But your main objective is different, right?
Yes, it's good to see you all again. Please, come in. They're waiting for you just over there.
And so it's gonna be, what's-his-face? Oh!
Ah, I'm glad you all finally made it.
And now he's wearing his business outfit.
The church has decided this issue now merits the attention of the Congregation for the Sacraments. As such, the Archbishop and all the staff here have been moved to another location.
Dang, it's that serious. Huh? You're... Ah, I get it now. Huh? You're that former instructor from Thor's main campus. Thomas?
Thank you for all your diligence, Rosine. I'd feel much better if you were to stand watch over the front door now, just in case.
Yes, understood. Leave it to me.
There she goes. What was that all about? Yes, this was pretty shocking to us, too.
Let me introduce you. This man is a member of the Gralsritter, a division of the Septian Church. He's the second in command, in fact. Thomas Lysander. He holds the seat of Second Dominion and is sometimes known by his title, the Partitioner.
Yeah. Gralsritter? They're an armed knight organization that is run by the church. I'd heard that female terrorist S was once among their ranks. Whoa! I just knew she was part of the church. No, I thought she was like Reese though, not like a Dominion. Wait a minute. Gaius, does this mean... Are you?
Now allow me to introduce you. This man is one of the Gralsritter's 12 Dominion.
Gaius, you did it!
The successor to the 8th Dominion, Gaius Warzel.
Dang, dude. But why? Is this why we couldn't get a hold of you for the past 6 months?
Yeah, a lot happened all at once. After graduating from Thors, I returned to Nord and began observing the struggle between Erebonia and Calvert. However, I began to feel something dark and sinister carried on the winds of the plateaus. I consulted my father and the chief, and eventually my old teacher, Father Barkhorn, came to visit. You might remember the name. He was the traveling priest we chased after during the Civil War.
Oh, so that's how Gaius got recruited? Is Barkhorn a Dominion too?
But it turns out, he was also the 8th Dominion of the Gralsritter, with the title the Roaring Lion.
Dang, dude!
He was an extremely skilled knight who investigated the Salt Pale in Northumbria and trained Brigadier General Bardius. Apparently, he was worried and came to Nord to check up on me. He explained to me that what I had been sensing was called the Gale of Ruin.
So those winds, dude, they don't ever lie.
I'm not sure why I'm able to sense it. Maybe it's because I'm a descendant of those who fought alongside the Lionheart Emperor. I mentioned this to him and he came to a realization.
That Gaius should be a Dominion?
But then it happened. A Calvardian ship that broke past the 7th Armored Division attacked my village.
So Barkhorn is going to be a completely posthumous character then, because it doesn't sound like he's about to make it out of this alive.
My father was away at the time. I fought back in an attempt to protect my family, but it was no use. Right as I prepared myself for death, my teacher threw his huge body in the way to protect me. And as he lay there dying, he passed his stigma onto me.
So he's got Barkhorn's stigma.
Across the nearly 1,000-year history of the Gralsritter, its highest-ranking members have each borne one of 12 sacred markings.
Dang, it would have been... So I guess Gaius's tattoo yet remains a mystery yet. It might not even mean anything.
This was one of those markings.
So he can use Barkhorn's S-Craft then, now, I'm assuming. The Roaring Lion... I've heard that name many times. He saved many people who were affected by the disaster in Northumbria. Yes, among the current Dominion members, he was the most veteran, even ahead of Ein? And after the stigma was passed to Gaius, I took him to the holy city of Arteria, where he received knight training, hence his half-year of silence. I see. If that's what was happening, you should have told us. Yeah, we could have helped you. It's okay. Everything happened so quickly. I did everything I had to do and finished my knight training. Last month, Eustace was finally able to reach me. And the power that I've received from my master. With it, I will save the Empire, my second home, as a member of Class 7. Gaius. Sheesh. You've always been so grand and reliable. Thank you, Gaius. Please lend us your strength. Yes, I will give you my all. Seeing someone like him puts us under even more pressure. Yeah, the gap isn't just in age or experience. This group certainly has become awfully formidable. Not really. We're still training just as much as you guys. I have a ways to go before I reach the heights of my predecessors. And speaking of which, now it's time for Emma to explain what she's doing.
Grandmother! Stop hiding! Come out already!
Sensed her really quickly.
You're the one who called us here in the first place, aren't you?
I only hid myself so as not to interrupt your discussion.
So she was being considerate. Okay. Okay, so I guess they must be on not awful terms then. You're Emma's grandmother? The elder of the witches, Roselia, was it?
Indeed. But you may simply call me Rose. I had you all gather here for one reason. To explain to you the background between the Hexen clan and the church.
I see. So that's how it is. But aren't the witches opposed to the church?
It's not as though we don't believe in Adios.
Really?
There have been some differences in opinion over the years, but we and the church have worked together on a number of occasions.
For example, during the War of the Lions, or the vampire incident in the Middle Ages. Not to mention the fight against the Dark Dragon 800 years ago.
But all that was just Rose sticking her nose into other people's business.
Huh? Yeah, she's old. Wait, so you were involved in all of that?
Legend has it, Emperor Dreikel's camp was once visited by a good witch. And the novel Red Moon Rose features a vampire hunter affiliated with the church who was, in truth, the true ancestor of the vampires.
Whoa.
The woman you now see before you was both of these people, even if she looks a bit different.
How old are you exactly?
800 or so.
What? But she helped out with the Dark Dragon incident 800 years ago. Was she 0 years old?
However, you should know that my situation is somewhat unique. All other witches are normal humans. Except, of course, for the fact that they are all descendants of those who once guarded the sept-terrion of fire.
Welp. Sept-terrion of fire? It's the same as the Aureole of Laburo and the Great Tree of Crossbell. The sept-terrions, the 7 gifts bestowed on humanity by Adios. It's said that they were all lost during the Great Collapse 1200 years ago. They're the things Ouroboros has been trying to get their hands on all this time, and it looks like Cold Steel is building up to a fight over the sept-terrion of fire. Yeah, now for the main topic. So Emma's a descendant of the sept-terrion of the It's crazy. Now, where to begin? Grandmother, we don't know anything beyond this. Don't leave out any details. Make sure you explain it fully. I second that request. I don't know the details either. Let's see. Roselia, perhaps we should take turns talking. Very well, that will suffice. I'm sure you've noticed by now, but there is a front and back to this empire. The spirit veins are directly affected by the turbulence of the government and war. And that causes cryptids and powerful monsters from other planes to stir. That explains it then. As the Empire's territory spreads, so will they. The Pleroma grass and magic knights, where did they come from in the first place? Well, to begin, Pleroma grass is a mana grass from the higher planes. It once served as the eyes and ears of the sept-terrion of Mirage. Crossbell, basic. So the Great Tree of Crossbell. Normally, it's blue, but after the incidents in Crossbell, it all vanished. That is, until after Crossbell became part of the Empire, at which point it began reappearing in this new scarlet shade. The implications are rather chilling. It changed color to match the infernal castle, perhaps? There is undoubtedly a connection. As for the Magic Knights, you may have heard before, but they are golems from the Dark Ages. They were created by mages of the Empire to fight against the Divine Knights. During the Civil War, something caused them to stir once more, and they now appear in Crossbell via the Spirit Path. No way! That would also explain the increased incidents with cryptids recently. I had it backwards. Those are definitely space and mirage. I don't know why I said, like, time, I think. What about the society? The Phantasmal Blaze plan? They sought to use Crossbell's false phantasm to awaken the blaze in Erebonia. At least, that's what I heard. Seriously? So that's their plan. Where did you hear that? From an extremely reliable source. Well, last night, I heard it from the Chancellor himself. He told me some other intriguing things too, but I feel like he intentionally left out some of the more important details. I see. I heard you talk to him, but... It seems Ouroboros' work in Crossbell 2 years ago was to bring about some kind of change in Erebonia. Just so you know, Crossbell's Mirage sept-terrion was an artificially created fake. It was stronger than the original, but the Society had no interest in it. Were I to hazard a guess, their goal is to acquire the 2 treasures that originally existed here. So the Great One, the sept-terrions of Fire and Earth that once called the land of Erebos home. So just like the Liber Arc, it looks like Erebonia's old name was Erebos, and the sept-terrions of Fire and Earth are here? Sept-terrions of Fire and Earth. Okay, so the witches are descended of the guardian of the sept-terrion of Fire, so the gnomes must be descended from the guardians of the sept-terrion of Earth. So Liberl had the sept-terrion of Space, and Crossbell had the sept-terrion of Mirage, but Erebonia had 2 sept-terrions. Hold on a second! Emma, if the witches are the descendants of the people who guarded the sept-terrion of Fire... Yes, then the Black Workshop and the gnomes are the same people. The descendants of those who guarded the sept-terrion of Earth. They're our counterparts. Much like the Royal Osleys family of Liberl and the Croyce family in Crossbell. In addition, you may be aware that each sept-terrion has its own holy beast assigned to watch over it. Liberl had an ancient dragon, Ragnard. Crossbell had a divine wolf. I'm okay with spoiling stuff, but probably not spoiling that. And as it had 2 sept-terrions, Erebonia had 2 holy beasts as well. And I can't spoil that because I don't know who they are. However, after the Great Collapse, each of them vanished alongside the sept-terrion they were to oversee. That's the core of the issue. Though the 2 sept-terrions, the 2 groups of people who worshipped them, and the 2 holy beasts. The sept-terrions and holy beasts disappeared, and the people changed their names. What happened in Erebonia 1200 years ago? Allow me to reveal to you the truth behind the land of Erebos. The story still relies on a modicum of speculation. Please keep that in mind. Right, the true history of the land of Erebos.
In the beginning, this land housed 2 of the sept-terrion. The Arc Rouge, sept-terrion of Fire and wielder of fierce power.
That's its name, okay?
The Lost Zem, sept-terrion of Earth and bearer of unyielding endurance.
Arc Rouge and Lost Zem.
Each assumed the form of a colossal guardian and went about granting boons and performing miracles for its people. For a few centuries, the land of Erebonia prospered. But eventually, its people began to vie for power and control.
Conflict. Conflict is at the heart of Erebos.
The sept-terrions had always granted their people's wishes. But now, their peoples each wished for the other's destruction.
So is that why we keep getting drawn into war? But it looks like these are the two things that we fought at the end of CS1 and CS2, maybe.
And so, the two colossi began fighting. Their battle ravaged the earth and split the sky, devastating the entire region. The humans tried to stop them, but it was in vain. The sept-terrions' fight continued 1,000 days, scorching the land black. When the battle ended at long last, it was a tie.
Holy crap. The one on the left, that's the thing that we saw at that lake, Brionia Island. We saw the thing on the left of Brionia Island, and the thing on the right must be the thing in Nord.
Exhausting their power in one final strike, the two sept-terrion were blown away, left as nothing but empty shells. Yet the tale did not end there.
The power expelled by each sept-terrion collided and became one, resulting in the creation of an entirely new entity.
Huh.
The Great One, the sept-terrion of Steel.
Dang, dude. Okay. If the crossbow games could bend the rules a little bit, then rule as if the only pure sept-terrion we haven't gone up against is the Oriole.
It was an existence created from the union of fire and earth. It was beyond anything else in this realm.
The name of this game series though, Steel. All right, I like what they did there. Maybe it was a happy accident, maybe it wasn't, but hey.
It was the ultimate source of power. Though things seemed fine at first, the survivors of the war soon realized the eternal conflict within it.
And that eternal conflict continues to rage today, I guess.
They knew this conflict would cause it to grow ever more unstable, and that it was not something that could be handled by mankind.
With the holy beast's assistance, the kins of fire and earth joined together to see the Great One sealed away. However, each of their attempts ended in failure. Left with no other options, they resorted to their final plan. The Great One would remain whole in the higher plane, yet its physical incarnation in this world split into numerous shards. It was this final gambit that saw disaster averted.
Indeed, their combined efforts bore fruit. The kin of Earth created 7 vessels, while the kin of Fire split the Great One's power and infused each vessel with a part of it.
7 vessels? And this is just the Great One, the sept-terrion is Steel we're talking. Oh!
7 dolls in the form of knights, each bearing the Great One's power, the Divine Knights.
So, a 7th of the part of the sept-terrion when we've had it with us almost this whole time. So that's what the Divine Knights, that's what Valimar really is. Wow. That is beyond fathomable. I was told about this in bits and pieces, but... So all that happened 1,200 years ago. That wasn't a fairy tale, right? Okay, I thought maybe that was the Great Collapse? At the very least, something similar happened. So, what happened after that? And why did Valimar and the other Divine Knights start fighting? And This is as far as the story that was passed down goes, and I guess all this stuff did happen 400 years before Roselia was born. So, the Kin of Fire became the Hexen clan, and the Kin of Earth became the Gnomes. They split the unstable ultimate power into 7. Then, both sides decided to watch over the reconstruction after the Great Collapse. Oh, and by the way, many people from each kinship have since abandoned their roles. They joined together, started accepting people from the surrounding area, and created the foundation of what became Erebonia. This is around the same time the Septterion Church was spreading across Erebonia. 300 years passed, and the Arnor family established the city of Heimdall. That's when the disaster of the Dark Dragon occurred. Ugh. Okay.
900 years ago, Heimdall was a small city of only about 50,000 people. However, it was one of the burgeoning centers of culture for the region. The Septterion Church had finished construction on the Heimdall Cathedral, and there were plans to develop the city even further. But it was then the Dark Dragon appeared, blanketing Heimdall in miasma and transforming it into a city of the dead. Emperor Astorius chose to lead his people south and made St. Arc the new capital of Erebonia.
In helping Emperor Astorius deal with this crisis, the Hexen clan and gnomes each suffered substantial losses.
Dang.
The Hexen clan lost its elder, and the gnomes their holy beast.
So, all kinds of out of whack when it comes to balance.
And so ended their alliance. The final time they spoke would be a century later. It was when Emperor Hector awakened the Vermilion Night to reclaim Heimdall from the Dark Dragon. He did so at the urging of the chief of the gnomes and the new elder of the Hexen clan, myself. However, the Emperor fell to the Dark Dragon's miasma, and the Vermilion Night to its curse. The Emperor's son had the chief of the gnomes and myself seal the cursed night deep below the Imperial Palace.
Which is thankfully a problem that has since been dealt with.
That would be the last act our two clans performed together. I do not know why, but the gnomes cut off contact with our clan and hid themselves away. In the 800 years that followed, whenever war struck Erebonia, a divine knight would enter the stage, demonstrate its might, then vanish. I was certain the gnomes were involved, yet all we could do was guide awakeners on the proper course.
Enter Dreichels.
This unending pattern reached its most fevered peak 250 years ago during the War of the Lions. The false Emperor Orthros unearthed the cursed Vermilion Night, and a mercenary under Prince Lucius' employ awakened the Palatinate Night. Prince Dreichels found the Ashen Night, and Leanne the Argent Night. The four awakened at once, made for a grand war indeed.
Almost. So most of the Great One, the sept-terrion of Steel's power, was active during the War of the Lions. So that's how things connect. There are so many parts to this story I want to question, but... So Emma's grandma was around during the War of the Lions? A good witch. I've read about them in fairy tales. As the prince's guide, I accompanied the Dreichels' camp. I remember those days. I used to be quite the beauty. All I mean to say is that the art depictions of me are not inaccurate. As stated earlier, the eldest of the witches isn't a normal human. So you've been watching over the clan after becoming an immortal being. Yes, however, I only came into existence 800 years ago. Why does she say it like that? It's clear to me that she's very specifically not saying that's when she was born. My predecessor perished soon afterward, and I do not have many memories from before that point. So naturally, there are things that I still do not know. Is that when she became a Night Touched? But there are things that you do know about. Such as how you said the maiden Leanne was the awakener of the Argent Knight. And whether or not she is Ouroboros' Steel Maiden. That's true. You could confirm so many things. It is her. Of that much, I am certain. Okay. I mean, all signs pointed to it, but it's nice to have a yes. Yes, you're correct. She was the daughter of a count who met the Wandering Prince, and later challenged the apocalypse, only to lose her life. So she's not an immortal being. She definitely did die, so the gnomes must have resurrected her recently. However, before that happened, it was I who guided Leanne to become the Argent Awakener. But Leanne knew her powers were too great, so she kept them hidden away. It was only during her battle with the Apocalypse that she unleashed her full might. In the end, however, she was fatally injured and passed away after the war. Then, half a year later, I witnessed her revival, along with your ancestor Arsaid, second in command of the Eisenritter. So that's why... Were you the one who revived them, Grandmother? Yeah, that's what I'd like to know too. It was probably the gnomes. After Leanne passed, I thought it strange how her body did not rot. So I took her body back to the village, and half a year later, she simply woke up. So the same thing that happened to Crow then, maybe. Because there was a dummy there, but his body, there was no signs of rot. We don't know how long he was down there. Maybe being an awakener does that to you. Maybe being an awakener infuses you with some part of the, it infuses you with some part of the Great One, the sept-terrion of steel, and it makes you an immortal being. So maybe Reen is an ogre because Gileath was an awakener, and then Gileath gave Reen his heart, so then Reen became an awakener, so he's like double infused with the powers, so that gives him his ogre powers. I feel like I'm onto something with this. Don't laugh at me just yet, okay? I assumed she had become immortal, though I could not say when or how. But no. Okay. I'm now realizing why that doesn't make any sense at all. Because it's not like any of them were the first awakeners. Other people have been awakeners in the 450 years prior to Leanne being born, and none of them are still walking the earth to our knowledge. Okay, I gotta walk that back a bit. Feel free to resume your laughs. Leanne realized what was happening to her. So she left Erebonia to walk the earth without even telling her love, Drykles. She left Legram to Arsaid, her right-hand man. I occasionally met with her whenever she came around, but the last time was 20 years ago. That's not true, you were just talking to her a few chapters back. That's when she met Ouroboros' Grand Master, who brought her into the fold. So she's been part of Ouroboros for 20 years. Thank you for sharing this. There are some things that can't be overlooked. Yeah, we've seen too many incredible things over the last few months. So the boss and Crow were both... As I said earlier, we have no idea what specifically happened. I think the key is the Divine Knight. The Jaeger King was not an awakener when he was alive. Maybe if your life force is tied... Maybe your life force can be tied to a Divine Knight. And as long as that's the case, then your physical body can't actually be killed. So, when those people were no longer awakeners, they could die like regular people. But as long as you're an awakener, which can apparently happen posthumously, you're irrevocably tied to life. Maybe. On the other hand, Drykles was an awakener, but he did not become immortal. He has remained dead, as far as we know. That Lumen guy might be Dreikel's, you never know. That's right. Instructor Reen isn't immortal, is he? Right, he's still been growing since graduation, or since graduating. Yeah, I may have some weird powers, but I've definitely aged. Is there a common reason? I believe there are only two people who know the truth. The current Chancellor, Gileath Osborne, and the Chief of the Gnomes, Black Alberic. Who do we know whose name is Albert? There was Albert Russell, but I don't think Tita is a gnome. Whose name? Who? Do we know any other Alberts? So that's the leader of the Black Workshop. Yes, though I do not believe he is an immortal like me. The leadership of the gnomes is somehow passed down from one to the next, probably due to those color rankings, in order for them to achieve their goal of bringing about the Great Twilight. So that's the Great Twilight is probably going to be the ultimate final thing. The Great Twilight? This is the first I've heard of it, but is that the fairy tale of the end that Vita was talking about? So are the Great Twilight and the Great Collapse one and the same? Yes. 800 years ago, as we were going our separate ways, that is what the Chief of the Gnomes told the prince and me. It was as if he was foretelling a future where everything ends. The prophecy of Erebonia that Eugens and Gileath were talking about, maybe? Wait, that's too... It's much too similar to the direction the Empire is heading. Let me add to this. The reason Barkhorn and I were in Erebonia was because we discovered an anomaly. The spirit veins were being distorted all over the continent, and the source seemed to emanate from the Empire. It was like a ripple effect. The incidents in Liberl and Crossbell, as well as the civil war in Erebonia, only served to further increase the distortions. They continued to get larger after Crossbell and Northumbria were folded into the Empire, and larger again when the Cryptids and Magic Knights of Erebonia appeared in Crossbell. On the other hand, Pleroma grass, which is native to Crossbell, started blooming in the Empire. If the Great Twilight really is about to happen, then all of this seems to be an omen of things to come. Who is this Alberic person? He uses the Masked Man as his agent and hired the Jaeger King who was supposed to be dead. Are there other gnomes out there? Well, your dear rabbit friends may technically count, but besides the Masked Man, their leader seems to have at least one other acting agent. I cannot say who this person may be, but it would seem they are a talented craftsman at any rate. Oh, and before you jump to conclusions, I am not speaking of that little brat, Schmidt. I guess compared to her, Schmidt would be a little brat. It would seem the person I speak of possesses a different kind of genius than he does. A talented craftsman? That's putting some unpleasant ideas in my head. In any event, Alberic and the Chancellor are probably connected. And it's unlikely to be through the Intelligence Division or his children. With the incidents of last night, things may have already been put into motion. Oh. Why do you say that? Last night, we finally decoded the black records that you found the other day. Now we're finally ready to read all 7 in one straight shot. Oh, the black records are a collection of a particular type of artifact sometimes found in Erebonia. I was actually exchanging information about them with Reen. Really? When did that happen? Right before all of you graduated, he revealed his true identity to me. He told me not to tell anyone. I hope you don't hold it against me. Father Thomas. Sheesh, you probably took advantage of Reen's sense of responsibility, didn't you? Well, I can't deny it. In any event, this is what the updated Black Records said.
When the sacrifice is made and the ancient blood flows, the path to the Grawl of Arabos shall open.
Grawl? I wish I knew what that meant. It's definitely German.
When the tainted holy beast is pierced by the blade of World's End, and its blood fills the Grawl, the great twilight shall fall upon the land.
Grail. It obviously means Grail. Okay. Like a Grail locket. And the Gral's Ritter are the Grail Knights. When the tainted holy beast, which is probably the slain holy beast of Earth, Blade of the World's End. What? That... The timing is too perfect. It's as if the prophecies were written about our current situation. If the ancient blood is referring to the Emperor, then the sacrifice... then is the sacrifice referring to Ash? What about the Grawl and the Blade? The Grawl is probably related to the Septian Church. And the tainted holy beast? Father Thomas, could that be? Yes, as we stated earlier, Gaius. There is a sacred place beneath this cathedral. The Primal Ground, a facility that was designed to play a major role after the Great Collapse. 900 years ago, when Heimdall was shrouded in darkness, it retreated beneath here and disappeared. Disappeared? I heard about such a facility in Liberl. Yes, there is one beneath the Grancel Cathedral in Liberl, too. However, when Heimdall was retaken, the space buried beneath the cathedral was buried by rock. So there are artifacts down there that have been sealed away for centuries? But what if it didn't disappear and simply transferred somewhere else instead? Under Valflame Palace? So it still exists? The holy beast mentioned in the prophecy is likely the holy beast of Earth. As I said before, it disappeared after the disaster 900 years ago. It is only speculation, but I believe the dark dragon you faced the other day was merely a servant of the true holy beast. So Zoro Agruga was a pawn. Wait a minute! Are you saying that the dark dragon wasn't the cause of everything? Though it is indeed a powerful cryptid, it was not something the witches and gnomes could not take care of together. If the holy beast gave birth to the dark dragon and is still alive somewhere, where else could it be but the Primal Ground? All of the conditions set forth in the prophecy are lining up. This has got to be a joke. Regarding this Blade of World's End that defeats the holy beast. In other scriptures, it is called the Originator Zero. I'm speculating that it's a special weapon created by the Black Workshop. What in the world? At the very least, it probably isn't anything like what the boss uses. Do you think it's made of Zemirian ore like the weapons used by Divine Knights? That would seem most likely. Muse? What do you realize?
Muse?
Is something the matter?
Oh?
You realize something?
Right now, we need any straw we can grasp at.
Anything at all could help, no matter how small.
Yes, you're right. That term. Originator Zero.
Where have you heard it before?
Could that be OZ, perhaps?
Oh! Dang! Okay, that's bad.
That's what the Black Workshop called Millium and Altina.
So they've had 74 tries at making an Originator 0.
They're model numbers.
OZ.
Oh, what are you talking about?
So you finally made it.
So, okay, Vita was also hanging out waiting for us to catch up.
That voice.
Vita! Ah, so the prodigal granddaughter returns.
I mean,
Misty, Vita.
at least we know that Vita's trying to stop the Great Twilight.
I heard you had been acting on your own.
Nice to see you again, grandmother. Emma, Celine, and Class 7 too. And thank you for mediating, Mr. Lysander.
Oh, don't even mention it. It always breaks my heart to see a family torn apart so.
Vita, why? You really don't plan on ever coming back, do you?
That's correct. As I said before, my allegiance will forever lie with the Grandmaster.
Ouroboros is seeming like a smaller and smaller player in the grand scheme of things.
I can't return to you and grandmother. I can never go back to the way I used to be. Just like the Steel Maiden.
So Vita is probably immortal in the same way that Leanne is.
Seriously, who even is this Grandmaster person?
I have no clue. But it is clear she is quite taken with them. So do tell, Vita. If you have not decided to return to us, why show yourself now? Has Ouroboros finally decided upon its course of action?
Yes. After our experiments with the 3 ions.
Okay, we're gonna be able to find out. And Schmidt was like, Ion and Aeon. Let's see what that amounted to.
The 6 other Anguis came to a unanimous decision. They decided to ignore my warning.
Oh.
They will work with the Chancellor and the Gnomes to bring about the Great Twilight, completing the Phantasmal Blaze Plan.
So you're still on board with Ouroboros, and you're still loyal to the Grandmaster, but everybody else in Ouroboros is trying to do the thing you're trying to prevent? Ouroboros as an organization will never make any sense to me.
That's...
So that's how it is. The reason Ouroboros was so quiet the past month wasn't because they left Erebonia.
It was to carry out their plan and determine whether they should work alongside enemies and traitors.
I can't believe it. Gilead stole the Phantasmal Blaze plan from them, but they're gonna go right back and work with him? This man is crazy.
How can that be? If that were the case, it means...
They're all our enemies?
Is this?
It's not the cathedral's bell.
It's the Crossbell bell.
Huh? I think I recognize it from Crossbell.
You do?
Yeah, I'm sure of it. I remember hearing it right before the incidents in Crossbell, when we were still independent. Oh! The one from the museum!
The bell from Stargazer's Tower?
But the sound's coming from a different direction than the museum.
The Phantasmal Blaze Plan. What a fitting name.
Are they gonna set Valflame Palace on fire or something?
I wonder how much of this she foresaw.
The Grandmaster.
That is quite enough mumbling to yourself. If you know what is going on, show us!
It'll be a bit tough without Grianos. I'll need your help, grandmother. Emma, Celine, you too.
Yes! I'm not your slave.
So we're in a temporary alliance just because she's going against everybody else in our organization. CS1 vibes. That is the, that, place. Okay. Campanella, Duvally, the Stout, and, what's-her-face? Anea, the Sharp, and, Inez? Ooh, and that's the Divine Knight. Okay, Red Constellation and Zephyr all working together. There are a lot. Whoa. And then the Iron Bloods. But Sharon...
Now then, let us say we celebrate the continuation of the Phantasmal Blaze plan by bringing in the Great Twilight. I, Enforcer number 0, the Fool, shall play the opening note.
So we're at the cathedral right now. The Imperial Villa, the Corel Imperial Villa, that's this place. Imperial Villa, 500 Arch Point. So the Primal Ground moved to beneath Corel. Is that the Holy Beast of Earth? I mean, it must be, right? That's where the final boss is gonna be at. Okay, so we gotta plumb the depths of Corel Imperial Villa. Huh. This is the Phantasmal Blaze plan in action.
Check that out!
Huh. Sure is something.
Well, how about that?
So, the beginning of the end, is it?
Deja vu.
The Grawl of Arabos. Just as the Black Records foretold.
The crypt where the great power will be reborn.
Reen. Uses.
Couldn't have guessed this is how my day would turn out when I woke up this morning.
Right?
Let us begin. It is time. Chief of the Gnomes and head of the workshop, show me the way, Black Alberic.
Alberic of the Black Demise.
As you wish, my lord.
What? There's no point hanging back now, George. You're in here. You're in this, dude. Oh. But don't think I didn't notice it said purple-haired maid and not Sharon. Are they gonna guard it against us? Yo. So we've got our own small army though to stop that, so. Alright. So that's what they call a problem, but we're what they call the solution. And we just got a front row seat.
Rufus. Millium.
Was that Allie?
Yes. But why?
Boss, Zeno, and Leo.
Azure Siegfried.
And that guy in the lab coat. Isn't that...
Sure is.
The blazing demon and the fool were there as well.
So that's the maiden.
Why?
Yeah.
We just spoke this morning and...
I mean...
What's going on?
She did? I mean, she never said... Sharon has specifically never, ever, ever said she left Ouroboros.
Lisa.
That man's name was Lumen or something like that, right? His hair looked different.
Is that Lumen? Okay. Yeah, that's what, like, Lumen's hair is brown, but Alberic's is silver. This might, okay, hold on. Because you remember what Alberic said to, what Alberic said to Jellica when Jellica thought that he was Crow? He was like something along the lines of this form looks like someone familiar to you. Maybe Lumen and Alberic are actually different people.
Franz Lumen.
Or, okay, maybe not.
The first disciple of G. Schmidt and the deceased husband of the Reinford Group's chairman.
What? That was Elisa's dad?
Also known as Franz Reinford.
So he has been lurking in the shadows these past 20 years.
So Elisa is a gnome too? But Elisa didn't even recognize that guy.
Yes. Perhaps for the sake of working with the Chancellor to engineer this very moment.
But Elisa has seen her. Elisa knows what her dad looks like, dude.
Elisa.
Snap out of it. Now's not the time. As a bracer, I can't just sit here and let them pull off whatever that Twilight crap is they're planning. How about all of you?
She's right. We can't stop here.
Yeah, we need more answers. It looks like Vita might come with us, even though that's probably massive wishful thinking on my part.
We gathered together to do whatever we could to help. Our goal remains unchanged.
Yep, true.
Elisa, let's go.
Yeah.
Well, Vita, what will you do now?
Well, I'd like to charge in there alongside the rest of you, mostly out of spite.
And it's not like that's disallowed when it comes to Ouroboros.
Unfortunately, I suspect things won't be quite that easy.
What do you...
Something's...
There's a turbulent swirl in the mana.
So we're sensing something off. Oh!
Was that?
I believe so.
Sir Lysander, Sir Gaius, cryptids and magic knights have appeared all over the city.
So we gotta fight. Yup. Let's go ahead, get to saving. And then we're going to get to slaying. She's got to call Gaius Sir Gaius, though, but oh well. When you're the 8th Dominion, even though he wasn't born with the stigma, he's got Barkhorns. But I guess he was suitable. I mean, Barkhorn clearly thought Gaius was worthy of the position. They didn't specifically say that Barkhorn died either. Jeez. These things better drop all sorts of goodies when we beat them. But it's a lot like what happened in Crossbell because enemies started showing up. Whoa. Well, there goes that.
Mother! Grandfather!
Ooh, got him. Good stuff, Vita, I'm assuming? Oh!
It appears your suspicion was proven correct, Miss Clotilde.
That's the Partitioner's power.
A useful trick indeed. I shall assist with the rest.
So Rosine can throw down exactly like Kevin can.
That's our grandmother for you.
Good job, Rosine.
Emma, help me! Of course!
Oh, God.
Incredible! This is what the Hexen clan and the Gral's Ritter are capable of?
Reen! Everyone!
So I guess we'd been, because Alphen said it would take her about an hour. Oh man, you guys are not gonna be...
It's Elise and Princess Alphen!
Wait! Stay back!
More.
Watch out!
Okay, cool.
Your
There,
Highness! Run!
there you go, Elise. I thought those Imperial dudes were about to get bifurcated or something.
I can't leave you here!
Dang.
We won't make it in time.
Ill-mannered brutes! How dare you threaten these ladies!
Well.
Patrick! The son of the High Arms family?
Thank the goddess.
He must have had Southern Cross activated.
Let's finish them! Indeed!
Okay. So definitely with all of us ganging up on it, like it never had a shot, but... Okay, so things are going to calm down for a little bit. We're going to regroup, hopefully bring Elise along with us, maybe Alphen too if she can get it.
Oh, I'm so glad you're all right.
If she can get it together.
You too, Elise. Thank you, Patrick. You really saved the day there.
I simply happen to be in the right place at the right time. But what in Adios' name is going on?
It's a very long story.
Does all this have something to do with that bell we heard?
Very perceptive of you, Alphen. Yes.
In truth.
The others were filled in about the situation and what went on at the Corel Imperial Villa.
Cedric. Why?
Seems like all of Heimdall is like this.
The Railway Military Police and the 4th Armored Division have begun to move, but...
Damn. We need to keep Her Highness and the others safe.
Don't worry, I'll take care of that. I can create a barrier around the girls' school.
Oh, nice.
That way, they should be safe from things like magic knights and cryptids.
Really?
That'd be a huge help.
Vita!
My. We were counting on you, but...
But it looks like Vita's gonna have to stay here in order to keep that barrier alive.
I suppose we have no other options.
Patrick, please, take care of them.
After Vita, you'll be the next most skilled combatant guarding them.
I shan't let so much as a hair on their heads come to harm. Please be careful yourselves.
I never would have thought something like this would happen. All of you, keep your wits about you.
Yes, you as well.
I promise I'll come back safely. After all, I still need to find out the truth.
I mean, yeah, that's quite the curveball. And I'm still not 100% convinced that Lumen and Albrecht are the same person.
And exactly how much you know about Sharon and the Black Workshop.
Oh.
Elisa.
My agreement with Sharon was always meant to end the moment he reappeared.
So they had an agreement.
The man she fought 10 years ago. The one who vanished into the flames he left behind. Now that our agreement has come to an end, there's nothing left to tie her down.
So was Sharon just fake this whole time?
I'm sure she can return to her former job without a care in her mind.
Mother.
There are better ways to put it. Schmidt, how much did you know?
Nothing more than a suspicion. When I found his notes on the Panzer Soldats, I knew he intended to present them to me as a graduation thesis. Apparently, however, he's become consumed with some ridiculous delusion.
Alright.
So I will see this through to the end. I plan to find out what he intends to do with my third disciple.
So you already knew about George?
Yes. I approached him knowing he was from the same place as Franz.
All the way back then? So he wanted George to study under him knowing that?
The Black Workshop. Headquarters of the gnomes. Hidden away somewhere in Erebonia.
If you're not convinced, then the only thing to do is go hear it for yourself. Sharon's true feelings, and the truth about that man.
Of course that's what I'm going to do.
Rain, Muse, Yuna, and Kurt, please be careful.
We will. You stay safe too.
Elise, Your Highness, may Adios protect you.
We'll come back, I promise. So please wait for us.
So how does it all fit together? I don't think Sharon is going to turn out to have been, disingenuous for all that time.
I believe in you, Reen, and everyone else from Class 7. Please, stop Cedric and the others.
As you wish.
I swear it on my honor as a noble, and even more, as a member of Class 7.
We shall put a stop to that bell and its grim tolling.
Vita, please take care of things here.
Of course. Once this is all done, let's have a talk. Just the two of us.
Oh, a little bit of reconciliation?
Consider it my way of apologizing for avoiding you for so long.
I'd like that, but I won't hold my breath.
Oh my.
Yeah.
You reap what you sow, Vita.
Well, it seems Emma has matured enough that she can see right through her secretive sister's lies.
So she was lying? Wow.
Oh, you're one to talk, Grandmother.
So maybe Vita taught Muse magic?
Wow.
She is really powerful.
So this is what the second Anguis can do.
Very well. We are now ready to depart.
I'm assuming we're just going to go directly there.
Indeed. Let's be off. Rosine, please take care of things here.
Yes, I'll try to get in contact with Sir Hemisphere somehow.
Hey!
Reen, Gaius, everyone, stay safe.
You too. Thank you.
All right, let's go!
To the Imperial Villa. No, the Grawl of Arabos.
Okay. The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 3. We're really about to do this with Ash completely out of commission? Probably not, but I guess I think Ash might be able to fight his way to us. Maybe. We'll see though. Alright, looks like we're not actually going to get to fight anything on the way up there, which I guess is just as well. Ooh, armored cars. Completely ineffective, but...
Everyone, this way! Let me know if anyone's injured. This kind of stuff is what gets you the big-time awards. No way I'm gonna let my chance get away.
Here, Hugo! You didn't have a hand in all this, did you?
Of course not, is what I'd like to say.
Ugh, I knew it!
But I can't deny this is the sort of crisis they would engineer.
What's that supposed to mean?
More of them.
Halt, fiend!
Nightheart.
It's the 4th Armored Division!
Got him.
Yeah!
And Alan, too.
Too weak!
Oh. Let him have it, Craig.
The Central Boulevard is now secure. However, it seems the threat is still spreading across all districts.
We received a report that something's happened to the Corel Imperial Villa.
All units, break into 3 regiments! We'll each move to different parts of the city. Nightheart, contact both Thor's campuses! Understood. Warrant Officer Allen, you...
Uh-oh.
Huh? What was that?
I'd like to know as well. Whoa!
What in Adios' name? Those look just like the thing that showed up in the old schoolhouse.
Loa Erebonius or something.
Out of the way!
That's what they were called. They were called Loa Erebonius or Loa Erebonia or something like that. But I guess now that we've got those things appearing in the streets, and we know that it was the 2 sept-terrions.
Oh no!
We probably weren't fighting anything too important down there.
Look out!
Complete pandemonium in the city.
Kai! Matthew!
Run away, you two!
Quit trying to show off, idiot.
All right.
It's you guys! The Bracer Lady, too!
Everyone okay?
Leave it to us.
All right. So it looks like we might get a fight.
We must rid ourselves of this trash at once.
I'll partition us off to limit the damage. No need to hold back, ladies and gentlemen.
You have our thanks.
We'll have this place cleared out in an instant.
Class 7, old and new, prepare for combat.
Yeah! So we separated. That's fine. Alright, so this is gonna be... This is our first team. Equip, everybody should be pretty fine. Sports. And we don't need them both set to cannon, so we can actually have her main. Oh, I had to go down a little bit further. Okay. Remove. Pandora. And then we'll give Magius. Actually, let's have her be set to Magius as main. Yeah. And then we can put her back on Pandora as a sub. Nah, let's do it how we had it before. Set her to Pandora for main. And then Magius for the sub. And Reen now has no sub. So we'll give him Aegis. Or Keeper, rather. It's whatever. Yeah.
This one's strong! Be careful!
Alright. So Reen is going to start. We lost Analyze. Okay. We don't have Analyze anymore, but we can throw Battle Scopes at him. Seiya Uncerter, level 54. A cryptid covered in ice. It creates a chilling blizzard that can freeze anything.
Here I go!
You can Gravion Hammer. And then we're going to have Reen impede.
It's my turn!
And we can get them both.
Crimson Slash!
Nice!
Now!
It's mine!
Let's go!
Alright. You can Analyze.
Arcus, activate! Not in my watch!
Ooh, took a swipe at us.
Yeah.
Alright. Magic Knight Zelzheim, level 54. A Magic Knight armed with a great sword. It cuts with a speed that belies its size, cleaving through battalions. And then this one is weak to Mirage and Fire.
I'm going!
Let's do a little bit of Mirage.
Don't give up!
Thanks!
Excellent, excellent.
Not today!
All right.
Now we can get some sledgehammering in.
Here I go!
And then
Set
you...
Gunner!
The AoE on this is so garbage.
Yeah!
Alright.
This is it!
And then we're going to wait until they take their turns as well before we get in there.
One more! I'll finish it.
Kurt.
Excel!
He does have the 200 CP.
My turn.
Alright. Let's try something like this. Okay.
There!
Keep it up!
It's my turn!
Reen. Let's go after... Let's reissue Sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer!
It's my turn!
Do a little bit of this action. And then we'll be able to 7 slash Shredded Leaves. We're probably good. Yeah, we got the break on the one. And then we're also going to be able to get the break on the other with
my
this.
blade empty. Now!
They have reissued. Well then, Sledgehammer's pretty good. I didn't recognize how great it was at the beginning, but once you get a hang of the battle system, there's no reason not to utilize it.
7th Flash! Shredded leads!
Got that one too.
It's my turn.
Alright. Let's go for a nice Italian fort. And then she does have that silver bell, I believe, which is why she can keep moving. Not going to say no to this damage. Excellent.
I'm going.
Let's go again.
Let's go.
All right. Kurtz.
Yeah.
Get the guaranteed hit
Eight's
right
down.
there.
Keep it up.
All right, dude.
Behold,
show us
the
what you're
dual
made
blades
of.
Vander. Now. I'll end it.
I'm expecting an okay amount of damage here.
Ragnar, strike!
Okay, excellent. Unleash Ice Beast.
It's my turn.
10k to it for some unfathomable
Let's
reason.
go! Raging fire formation!
Alright.
It's my turn!
That put them over. Alright. So what Reen is going to do is drop his S-Craft. Or now we'll have... Well, I guess we can have Millium do it. Or Musei do it. Nah, F that.
My mind
We can
is
have
clear.
the other crit
My
she
blade
can have
empty.
if she needs it.
Now!
The only problem is that whatever the Seiya Uncerter is about to do, we're not going to have any opportunity to stop it.
Shredded leads!
So if Musei doesn't get it, we're screwed. She probably will not though. And it looks like that happens automatically for whatever reason. Alright, so which one of these gives us a large arts boost? That's small. Medium? Oh, we can settle for medium.
It's so tasty.
We should. Okay, so we're not.
I'll cast a
We're going
spell
to get
on you.
hurt. I don't think anyone is going to
So
die.
pretty.
But that might just be wishful thinking on my part. We'll see though.
I may have gone a little too far.
Nope, that's it for both of them. Alright, we got him. Yeah, Pandora is really good for her. But that's just that one fight. And then next is the old Class 7. And their battles. Just gives her additional that. Let's do... the Cherry Corsage? She doesn't really need the silver measure. And I guess the Composure Shawl? Alright. Now let's look at Elisa's Ornament. She's got Oberon. Reduced AT delay after wind darts. Okay, whatever. Scald. High HP increases break damage. A 45% chance for that. Increases damage dealt by criticals. Recover HP through attacks crafts. Alright, we can set you to Pandora. Now, do we have any... Not really. Oh, whatever. She'll be fine.
A powerful foe. Have at you!
Gaius can now use the S-Craft Howling Heavens. Guardian Howl. Shouldn't have walked up, dude.
My turn.
Alright, so you... Let's have you... Whoa, these are expensive.
Let's go.
Okay, so she definitely needed an easy cut.
Good luck.
You have my thanks.
Unforgivable.
Ooh. Well, that's
it's my
helpful.
turn.
Alright. And you are gonna Albion Wolf.
I'll handle this.
You will handle this. Where's that cold stew we just made? Oh, yes. I do believe it is about that time. Alright, Laura.
Behold, the soul of our sage.
Go ahead and get these things. I do think we're going to do a lot of damage here.
Radiant Phoenix Blade!
Only question is how much. Whoa.
What?
Ooh.
Now.
Alright, crafts.
Please, hear my song.
We were in a spot.
Thank you.
You have my thanks.
Another one, and that dizzied him.
You have my thanks.
Unforgivable.
Not as good.
My turn.
Let's... Okay, we can Holy
Let's go.
Breath.
It's my turn.
He can try
Arcus,
Albion
activate.
Wolfing again. And then we're going to be able to get 5
You have my
free
thanks.
BP.
Behold,
Another crit
the
coming
soul
up.
of our sage. No!
The only bad part is that Elliot is going to take increased damage here.
Radiant
He'll be in a
Phoenix
bad
Blade!
spot. Uh-oh. Not gonna let that thing heal 50% of its
Don't
HP,
take
that's
me
for
lightly.
sure.
This is my secret weapon. Holy light, gather in my bow.
Alright. Elisa.
Take this.
It probably won't do much more than 1 or 2k
Gral
damage, but should be nice.
Repent for your sins.
Oh! Well, that's surprising. And that thing can heal itself. That is less surprising, but very obnoxious. If only Elliot were up, then we could have him detector these things. And Instructor Sarah is on the other team.
It's my turn.
All right, so let's issue... Magic absorption. Can we?
Harmonize Blue Orchestra!
All right.
Leave it to me.
All right. And then... I think we will heal Elliot. I don't feel like remembering what that... He's fainted. Okay, I was like... I can't remember what the friggin' thing is.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right. And now let's detect her.
Analyzing enemy unit. I got it.
Urkanon, level 54, a cryptid that resembles a tiger and emits lightning around it. Its lightning-clad front paws can burn anything to a crisp. And it's weak to time.
Leave it to me.
He doesn't have time, but he does have... Ooh.
Now.
He can La Forte... I mean, we can only really get her, so...
Huh?
We're about to crit that thing. We're gonna have to eat some damage, though. That's the only bad part. Oh, never mind. We'll be able to immediately get that crit. The damage reduction hasn't played a part in anything at all. Kind of disappointing, but still all good. Alright, that was
very well.
Basically nothing. Let's... Let's have him down a cold stew as well. Or I don't know if his thing works off of arts attack or arts defense. Or arts attack or physical attack, actually. Physical, okay. Let's go ahead and... There we go. One cold stew, but this is definitely going to be a Radiant Phoenix Blade type of situation. Alright.
Behold, the soul of our
You're gonna have to show them why they shouldn't mess with us, Laura. Make it as unpleasant as possible. All we're really worried about is that other crit. Oh, we got the break?
An opening!
And it didn't inflict seal onto anyone.
It's off balance! Keep it up!
Okay.
Unforgivable!
Oh, nice.
Leave it to me.
Okay. So you got 0 order. Let's issue Valiant Hearts.
Valiant Hearts!
Very well.
And let's have him throw a battle scope. Oh wait, that's another Zelzheim. Okay, cool. In that case, wait, what's it weak to? Mirage. And that thing is time, and it's actually pretty good against Mirage. Well, let's actually get... Let's run up and attack.
An opening!
It's mine!
Alright, so that went
My
well.
turn.
Next up, we're going to do the exact same thing.
Now!
But this time...
Now, everyone!
Fine!
Yeah! Leave it to me!
Alright, that's that second break. Alright. And it healed itself a little bit. which is obnoxious,
Brace
but not
yourself.
anything we can't work with.
Blinding light, gather in my
She's
blade.
still set, so let's have her go.
Iola's Saber!
Yeah, because otherwise she was going to move after the thing went. Alright, that's the one. And then we should be good on the other once. Yeah, there's no way it's going to live through this Radiant Phoenix Blade, especially not with Valiant Heart Slide. Too strong for you.
Radiant Phoenix Blade!
See you live through this one, dude, even with that healing. Alright. Thank you, don't come again. Alright. No one leveled up off that, though, which is fine. So, we made it. Yeah, dude, we managed to do it.
Those things were no joke.
But with that, we should be safe.
And then the other team also made it, make sure it was handled.
Targets eliminated.
Are you guys okay?
You're not hurt, are you?
Whoa! That was so cool! You beat those things up super hard!
I was so scared.
What are you looking at, Reen Schwarzer? He's actually super cool.
There you go. You finally stopped resisting, Kai.
Huh? I didn't quite catch that.
I didn't say anything.
Well, anyway, I'm glad you're all okay.
Kai!
They were all hiding out there.
Martha! Fred!
Oscar! Everyone!
Oh, you saved them!
Thank you all. And as for you three, you had us worried sick.
I'm sorry, Mama.
It seems like it turned out okay.
Nobody died, which is always a plus.
Nia, Matthew!
Everyone's taking refuge at the inn. You should come too.
Guys!
Alright, so now we gotta keep it moving.
Looks like you're all done too.
As soon as we confirm everyone's safe, we need to keep moving.
Whoa. Again, okay, so I guess this is how we're gonna lose all our godlike people, because there's no way the partitioner's not gonna stay behind with a partition.
Ah!
Even more? Why are there so many?
My. This will prove troublesome.
They keep reappearing.
We can't just leave them here.
Some of us should break off and head to the palace.
No need.
Oh, Josette!
Huh?
Sounded like a Panzerfaust, a rifle, and a pistol.
Dang, Fee.
Up there!
There's so many of the bastards. They just keep coming. What should we do, Mama?
Wow. But, okay, so Jingo uses the weapon that Ashley used to use, and now she uses a rifle, I guess.
Ha! This is nothing compared to that crap with Vald.
It is Vald. I feel so vindicated.
Just break them one by one and drive them back. Josette, you help too.
Yeah. I can tell you two are related. You're both completely insane. Leave this to us. You all go on ahead.
Okay, maybe Josette is maybe she's skilled up in the past few years.
It's Jingo and them.
Josette, too! Thank you!
Let's get everyone out of here right away. Bennett, Philly, help me.
Yeah, of course.
It would seem the situation is under control here. Let us move on.
I don't know what's going on, but good luck.
May Adios be with you.
Thank you.
Let's go!
Okay, so we didn't have to stay behind, though. Or the partitioner didn't have to stay behind, which was what it was looking like was going to be the case.
Rain, I'm so glad I was finally able to get a hold of you.
Toa, how are things on your end?
The Imperial Defense Force left just now. Is Heimdall really under attack? What's going on there?
Yes, and a lot.
I'll explain, so please try to stay calm. Long story short, the Gral Imperial Villa.
Alright, so now that Toa's been brought up to speed. Is she gonna meet us there potentially? Help out a little bit, probably? Okay, so they're all retreating. Whoa.
Monsters!
Is Celestine trained in the Taito style? Jeez! Dude, Celestine!
We've lost communication with Valflame Palace. It seems the Chancellor, the Crown Prince, and the Governor General are all out.
Chancellor Osborne, you really are.
Lord High Arms, it's Patrick! He's confirmed Her Highness the Princess is safe. However, Marquis Ragnar is still missing. He was last seen heading east.
Now he's missing?
I see. Everything is turning out just as she predicted.
She?
We should begin preparations for our next move.
Huh?
Oh.
Brigadier General, the die has been cast.
He's got a gold Arcus?
Put the plan in motion and protect as many of the citizens as possible.
Understood.
Okay. So they got a little bit of a heads up. Maybe from Vita, I'm assuming? Either Vita or Rose, something like that? Bardius is probably going to head off, Oh, no,
Guess
they're going...
we'll just need to wait for the main players to show up. Begin operation! This will be the Viceland Army's first battle!
Huh?
We'll enter from the west gate and take down every cryptid and magic knight on the way to Heimdall Station. We'll have company, so let's show them what we're made of!
Yes, Commander!
What the heck is Viceland? Okay, well, that's a problem for later on. So, it looks like our blockade has been lifted. Our lockdown is no longer in effect because they don't have the manpower to enforce it. Or are we breaking camp? Or maybe not?
So Shirley and the Red Constellation are there.
George, I was afraid of this.
His name is Copper Georg Toeg. George is dead.
Claire, too. What is she thinking?
This is Irving.
Claire? That whole thing where she basically gave the Revolt Company employees a verbal suicide note.
The Arc Royale has moved. Heimdall Station? Are they headed for the villa?
So, wait. Who would even be on the Arc Royale, though?
Doesn't that train belong to the main campus?
Yeah, are Ada and Fritz gonna try to help out?
You mean that red armored train?
It would appear the time has come to settle our rivalry with the main campus.
Well... we're about to prove our superiority here and now, dude.
I'll be heading off on my own now. All of you should hurry to the villa to help Schwarzer's group.
Of course Aurelia knew what was going down. Dude, hopefully... oh my gosh, please, Aurelia.
Please, wait!
Where are you off to?
I have some personal business to take care of. Don't worry. I'll still fulfill my duty as principal of the branch campus. I'll even take down a few of those monsters while I'm at it.
Is she gonna try to fight? Is she gonna try to fight Argreon?
All my young horned lions, may luck be on your side. Fight well.
Okay.
Personal business, she says.
She's gonna fight.
Anyway, we need to hurry to the villa.
Seems like the Chancellor is the one behind all this. What are you gonna do?
I shouldn't even need to say it. I will take action as an instructor of the branch campus.
There you go, Michael. The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 3. So we're all going to... Oh, we're going to save again? We're all going to converge. And then we'd be able to simply proceed. The Grawl of Arabos. Formerly known as Gral Imperial Villa. See how that shapes up. Hopefully it's not anything too... Like, we already know it's crazy out here, but... And they want to fight. Crypt of Demise, the Grawl of Arabos.
So that's the Grawl of Arabos.
The Gral Imperial Villa is completely gone.
Yes, it's just like the Infernal Castle.
The Red Constellation's got a whole battalion here.
We can beat those guys. As long as Zeno and Leo hold back.
The Arc Royale. And...
What? What is this?
Ada and Fritz. So the main campus is on their side.
Straight up mutinous, dude. About to cut every last one of you jokers down.
You've arrived even earlier than I thought you would.
Complete garbage, dude. Oh my god.
I expected to see Abyss there with you, but it seems you have a spectacular lineup even without her.
Class 7. I knew you'd come.
He's got his own? So that's how Georg is gonna fight then.
George.
Why? One of the gnomes, and Ouroboros is full.
Oh my god.
Your struggle is pointless.
Okay. They keep summoning stuff, so it looks worse and worse. And then they have the surprise turncoats of the main campus.
This is all our Lord's will.
Please don't think ill of us.
The Stall Ritter.
They've poured every resource at their disposal into guarding this place.
Well, boss's orders. You know how it is.
If you wish to get past us, you had better be prepared. I will do all I can to serve Miss Orlando.
Zeno, Leo.
So the two biggest Jaeger Corps are working together.
By His Highness's will!
Instructor Reen, Class 7. We will stop you here.
What's wrong with them? There's no way this is okay!
I wonder, did Cedric just say do it and they were like, cool?
Good or bad, they're still Erebonians.
It's difficult for them to defy the Chancellor or the Crown Prince.
I guess. Okay, I'm a little less thirsty for main campus blood now than I was originally.
Rose, Instructor Thomas, is there a way to get past that barrier?
It will be extremely difficult, even with the help of your Divine Knight. But if I were to combine my spells with this twerp's partitions...
We may be able to manage it.
Grandmother!
So you're going to open a path for us then?
Just get everybody out of the way and walk right past them.
It seems that's our best bet.
I will leave the rest to you, young ones. Emma, Celine, see to the teleportation spell.
Yes! Got it! Are they seriously gonna fight us?
I mean, you're not leaving us much other choice.
If this lineup didn't scare them off, they got some serious balls.
They're coming.
No way!
Back up for our side now.
They aren't just going to give up.
Oh, yeah. You guys should have damaged the tracks or something. Okay.
Ha! Guess we got here in time.
Just barely.
I guess that's not surprising that Agate can ride an orbital bike.
Teotot, you made it!
Yes, I hitched a ride.
Agate! Where's Shara and the others?
We were in a pretty rough spot, but she chewed me out and sent me ahead.
Okay.
Ask me what the hell I'm good for if I'm not by your side at a time like this.
Shara knows what time it is.
Agate and Tita.
Sitting in a tree.
Kissing.
You tell him.
Shut the hell up!
Well, now that we've gone and shattered all the tension.
All the players have taken the stage.
Even though this is even half of the people we could really bring to bear against you guys, but we can't focus all of that power in one spot.
Let us begin.
The two of us will take on the members of Ouroboros.
What nonsense!
No, the Second Dominion will be more than sufficient as an opponent.
Not to mention the Crimson Witch. We should assume she's as strong as the Second Anguis, if not more so.
Alrighty then, we'll take care of Heavy Blade.
I am curious to see the power of the ZCF's latest armament.
We shall engage the young master, the daughter of the Foundation, and the RMP Major.
Then I'll take...
Is he really gonna fight Toa one-on-one?
Thor's branch campus. Alongside our allies, we'll begin our operation to secure the Gral of Erebos.
Yes, ma'am! Thor's Military Academy's main campus. We move as well.
We will now begin our interception of the branch campus.
Yeah!
Just, we're going at it. Okay. Oh! She's using that absolute zero craft of hers.
Hi, George. Since when were you a part of the Black Workshop?
Since always.
Where's Angie?
From the beginning.
Copper Georg.
Way before I was even the professor's apprentice. I was born into the gnomes. And Angie... she's dead.
Don't say that!
Left wing, pull back! You're overextending! I know Angie, Crow, and you better than anyone!
Tell him!
You've got her locked up somewhere in your headquarters, don't you? There's no way someone like you, someone who helped Crow, would let Angie die!
If you know me so well, then I'm sure you're expecting this, right?
Uh-oh.
Toa! Not today!
Dang!
Rain! Everyone! Now's your chance!
Alright. And then
Everyone
we just...
synced up. We're ready to move now.
In we go.
Why the rush?
Don't stop
Prepare
us.
yourselves!
That's our line. Back down!
We won't let you pass!
So...
Now!
Go, children of Class 7!
Wings, take us there!
Now you guys get that fight you were so desperate for. What'd she throw her weapon for?
Now we leave the rest to them.
I'm certain they'll find a way to stop this somehow.
Uh-oh. You've really done it this time.
We'll make you pay for that!
Yeah, not sure why she threw her weapon, but I'm sure that Rose can still fight pretty well without it. But, time for us to tackle the Grawl of Arabos, then. I was really expecting something else.
So this is...
Inside that huge black egg.
Now that's vertigo-inducing. Grawl of Erebos top layer. And we got a bunch of Gralls overflowing with stuff that looks like blood.
I've never felt power like this before.
Yes, it's far beyond that of the Infernal Castle.
Pretty big, too. Could be a 500 arch drop?
Yes, based on the echoes, I would guess that's about right.
Let's go!
Yeah, nothing left to do but to go in.
I'm certain they're waiting for us.
I believe you're right.
Ouroboros' Anguis and Enforcers, as well as their allies, the Gnomes, and...
The Iron Bloods.
Unfortunately.
We're about to have a gauntlet of battles in here.
But we need to go anyway.
Yeah, we can't stop no matter who's waiting for us.
We must press on together, as Class 7!
Yes, so we can live our lives in peace and stop them from ending the world.
Elisa!
That's right!
We won't allow them to succeed, no matter what.
Looks like you're all revved up and raring to go.
We're probably going to tackle this the same way we tackled the Infernal Castle. A base that continually moves, and then we're going to be able to swap people as needed.
It's a shame we couldn't get everyone in here, but we'll just have to figure things out as we go.
That's right. What awaits us here is our ultimate battle, but there's no need to be afraid. We've all trained for over 2 years, each of us honing our skills. Together, there's nothing the United Class 7 can't overcome. We will halt the Great Twilight. We will rescue Altina. And on behalf of everyone out there who sent us off, we will all return alive, no matter what.
Yeah! Let's do this! About party organization. You can swap out your attack members using the camp menu at any time. If you need to, you can switch characters into or out of your reserves. Thanks to Thomas's analysis, Black Record number 1 has been updated. Thanks to Thomas's analysis, Black Record number 7 has been updated.
Let's begin.
Dang. And yes, let us begin, but that's gonna be next time. So definitely join me then for more The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3. Bye for now, guys.